it just like a church session. Julie Bertha, rap God, I am her blessing. Ha! Won't he do it? It's that holy music. They try to mute it, but I rebuke it. It's therapeutic. It was already written, so I don't gotta write it. I was already gifted, so you don't gotta like it. Showing me and I am not excited. Adam was tempted, it's crippling. He didn't want to bite it. Get off Instagram and get some.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of The One. Real people, real topics, real talk. I'm your host, The Visionary, and today we have another one of our series of shielding the black woman. But before we get started, I want to just introduce our special guests. First, we have Dr. Lynette from Michigan. How you doing, Dr. Lynette?
Salutations, Gordon. Salutations, Gordon Powell. Hello, Jonathon.
How you doing?
Next, we have Erica Mitchell from Durham, North Carolina. Hello, Erica. How are you today?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And next, we have Miss Santee Roberts. Now, Santee, you're originally from the Michigan area, but you're in Atlanta now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I am always gonna be a friend.
Okay, it looks like your phone.
But
All right. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, her whole phone locked up. Hey, sound like she was. You know when you hear when a car go in the river.
Don't do her.
Okay. Well, first, I'm just going to start the show off by saying that the last episode of Shielding the Black Woman, I feel that it was kind of bashing men. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
That guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it was totally unfair.
What?
Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of curious with what heat they're gonna come with now, because it's clearly we don't do nothing wrong.
Of it.
Right. No. It's clearly we don't do anything right.
Yeah,
Right. Now we don't do anything wrong. We don't do anything right. One of the things, this particular episode is called the Hookup because we want to know from the experts, what does it take initially when a man introduces her for a woman? Because, we have social media, we have dating websites. There's so many opportunities, and it's so easy to pick up women like the ones on the show. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you.
No way.
Listen, let me ask you. First, no. Here's something I want to go to because there was a gentleman by the name of Kevin Samuels who did a video called "Your Average at Best," and the woman called in and she wanted his advice, and he let her know, like, listen, you got a kid, so you lose points for that. You look this way, and it ended with him saying you're probably going to die alone. Now I saw on social media that got a lot of traction.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, Dr. Lynette, what do you think? Do you think that a woman should first evaluate and rank herself before she goes out looking for a particular man?
Absolutely. We already ranked Congressman Powell. I smell so much boo-boo in this conversation. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. We already ranked.
When you
and for the guy who made that statement in that video, he probably stood 4'2", had ED, and had probably 3 good teeth. So.
Erica, let me ask you: did you get a chance to see that video?
I did.
Because I know we discussed it in the conference call.
I did.
Do you think? See, because here's one thing. I remember when all of us was on the phone the other day, and we were talking about it. Somebody said he's right. So I don't know who it was. Do you remember hearing that?
I did hear
so
that
one
too.
of you ladies felt that.
It was not me.
Well, not me.
No.
So now,
it was probably Jonathon on the low. He tried to slide some slick ones in.
So let me.
I had to watch the whole thing. I will say, some of the things that he said may have been correct.
Mm-hmm.
His approach and how he said it was incorrect. And I think that the disrespect that he had for women in general was very apparent in his demeanor. And if I were her, I I frankly would not have called in. She said she liked his show. So she must have known who he was before she called. He's not someone that I would call and would get any value from. So no matter what he said, the way that he said it, it was an immediate turn off.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
So let me ask y'all this, because Erica, you just said something that kind of stuck in my mind. You would never get value from him. So basically, Kevin Samuels, I see in my mind, is catered towards the black men. Because
finally,
yeah,
somebody.
Because obviously,
then that's the whole issue. That's the whole problem, because he has no respect for women. The way that he talked was disrespectful. So if that is geared towards black men, then what you're saying is black men have no respect for black women.
And no respect for their mother.
I'll take that back.
No respect for their mother.
But let's put this in perspective. He's coming from a point of high value men, because he considers himself in that same.
No, he's coming from his perspective. He thinks he's high value, but to be a high value man, you must value a woman. No. You must value your partner. You must bring.
Somebody get her close, please, because she's preaching.
In order to be a high value man, you have to be the type of individual that will build someone up, not tear them down.
Right, right.
And although what he was saying in some aspects may be true, when he was telling her that some of the things that she was looking for, perhaps she wasn't ready for. I have no issue with that. But how he phrased it, how he came at her, how he told her, I'm going to make an example out of you.
Oh, yeah.
How he told her that you were average at best, as if she could never be it. No, that was demeaning. And he was wrong. And there's nothing high value about somebody who takes pleasure in breaking somebody down.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Santee, let me ask you this. Do you think that when it comes to situations like when a man and woman first interact, do you think because of social media and dating websites, and you can have women that look a certain way, but she still got 1,000 men saying, hey, beautiful, do you think women overvalue themselves or give themselves more points than they should have?
I'm going to say, I'm going to say the skinny girls give themselves more value.
Say that again, because your phone is really
You understand? Us big girls, we already know we on deck. So
she says big girls already know we on deck.
I'm big girls, we there. We already. We ain't got to put on nothing. We there. Like swimwear. So we already have our confidence. And most of us, let me say that, most of us. But there it is with men. Men are so. They want to get judged by their boys. See, they can't go alone. They always got to. They got to have an amen. Amen. My boy said that. So it's about their boys and who they be around. Honestly.
Oh wow, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So basically, you saying a man is trying to flex
or trying to impress his boys or other men more than a woman. How come all y'all nodded y'all head yes?
Yes.
It's the truth.
I would never try to flex. Why am I trying to press them Negroes?
I done had many of them that sit up and say they don't even mess with big girls and be coming on my house late at night trying to get it. And I bust it to myself.
Hey, so let me ask you something, Dr. Lynette. Do you think that here's something I heard recently. Once a woman gets around middle age, let's say once they get around 35 or 40, when it comes to meeting men.
Watch it.
Hey, I called it middle age. They say that once a woman gets around, they say once a woman gets around 35 or 40, her standards drop.
No.
Simply because because the biological clock is ticking. So she gets to a point where, okay, I'll be 60 soon. I don't want to die alone.
I heard that too.
Yeah, me too. I heard that too.
So those women.
Why are you hearing these things?
Those type of women.
He coming for revenge.
At some point, okay, so you go through a whole bunch of boneheads, and I'm gonna say that and real nicely. You go through a whole bunch of boneheads. And let's talk about the social media. You meet these guys. They lie and they do all that kind of thing, don't they, Jonathon? So they say a whole bunch of stuff they ain't got no business saying. So at what point do you say, okay, I just want somebody that don't steal my purse, have at least 92% of his teeth, and when the check comes, they don't get on their phone. That's when you just are really fed up. But at this time in our life, we're not selling for none of that stuff. No, that's crazy. No, we're not selling for none of that, Congressman Powell. You know, you guys, some of you guys are just so nice looking, and you thinking you know somebody done told you that 17 million times, Warden Powell. That now some of y'all want to
or some Congressman Powell did on Warden Powell.
We have to settle for.
But listen.
No, we have to settle
by the time a woman is 35,
on the video, and that's not true.
Wow. And what would you saying, Erica? By the time a woman is 30, hold on one second.
Fine wine.
By the time a woman is 35, we have gone through much, and we have mentally.
You heard that?
I heard that.
Yeah, he tried to cut in on that. You gotta get him.
But we have gone through so much emotionally and mentally that we're moving forward, and our tolerance level has decreased. So if you come to us half stepping at 35, we're gonna be way less tolerant than we were at 18. At 18, you could have told me anything, and I would have believed it. I'm gonna be honest, because first of all, I wanted to believe that people were good people, and I had never experienced liars, and I had never experienced that. But now that I have lived in the world, and I see that you're not gonna come to me with the same BS and think that I'm gonna fall for it. So that's not true. A woman is not going to settle just because they get older. As a matter of fact, that's less reason for them to settle, because by this time I've lived along long enough. I don't need to have you come in and tear down what I have built. So any woman whose standards are decreasing, that's not the average woman. Now, I'm not saying some women may, but that's not the average woman. And whoever gave you that impression that that's the average woman was wrong. And that's why you have this show. And why are incorrect. Because you're listening to the wrong people.
That's the girl he met at Wagman's in the fruit section.
He got that from a man. No facts. No facts, no.
So let me ask. I want each one of you to answer this question, starting with Santee. Give me an example of some of the don'ts so right now, let's pretend it's your job to teach men. Here's what you don't do when you're trying to get to know us or build a relationship. Starting with you, Santee, give me an example of some don'ts.
Don't just feel like you got to take me to the restaurant to eat.
You said don't just feel like they're going to take you to a little restaurant.
That's a lie. I want to eat.
They always want to take you. I want to eat all the time. No. I want to get into your mind. I want to see what you're going to say. I want to play the dictionary game.
The dictionary game. Okay.
I wanted to see where are you going. Yes, the dictionary game. Don't bring your boys. Please don't. And don't, the cell phone, stop texting.
So let me ask you, Dr. Lynette, what are some of the don'ts? Look, look at her. She's smiling like, okay, you really want this.
First of all, don't try to steal the keys to my car. Second of all, don't ask me for any money. Third of all, don't ask me to come and get you. Fourth of all, no, let's get serious. No, this is what I don't like. Don't send me any news. I hate it, can't stand it. Don't flex with your money because I don't need your money. I make my own. And don't talk to me sexually. Like, some of the little things that guys think we want to hear.
I heard a lot of women complain about that.
I can do this to you and I can make you feel this way. I hate that. Now, maybe let me stop. I was trying to go there. But don't do that on the first date. Don't do that on the first date. That is just a turn off for me. It doesn't do nothing for my soul. Okay, they got a store over here called Priscilla's. I don't need you for that. And that's why I go to work every day, because I don't need your money. So let's try to get to know each other, see what we both are compatible at, and then go from there.
So just one, like something you said that was very interesting. You said, don't try to show your money. You said, because I don't need your money. But when you look at the younger generation, like I was looking at a Facebook feed recently where the woman was saying, the girl was saying, he think I'm the best thing to ever happen to him, while at the same time he's a lick, meaning he's into me thinking that I'm the best thing to happen to him, but I'm only looking at him of what I can get from him and where I can get money from. And in that same feed, I saw 3 or 4 women talking about how they go on dates just for the food. That happens a lot. Yep, that happens a lot. Women are say yes and go on a date just for the meal, even though they have no interest.
I wish
that happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Wish.
Say that again.
You fell for it.
But how can a man not fall for it if he's trying to get to know a woman and he's taking her to dinner? How he knows that she only wants to go to dinner to eat?
You already know in her conversation. You already know in her conversation, her demeanor, the way she carries herself, what she does, if that's all she wants. Come on, don't be.
I don't know. I don't think it'd be that obvious.
I've seen you at the market with one. Don't even go there.
So you saw me all the way from Detroit market, all the way from Michigan in the market. So Erica, let me ask you what.
Took pictures. They put them on video.
Erica, let me ask you, what are some in your mindset? In your mind, what are some of the don'ts for men when they're first trying to get to know a female?
Don't lie. That's my main thing. Be yourself, because if you have the confidence to be yourself, then that automatically gains my respect.
Right.
I don't care what yourself is, just be whoever you are, and then let me make the decision if I want to deal with who you really are.
Right. Right.
Respect is major for me. Don't talk down to me. I detest that. And I see that a lot, where men think just because they're men, they can talk to women and address women in a certain manner. And that I detest that. And then have a plan. Don't expect me to take the lead in things where you decide this and you decide that. And then when I get into the habit of making decisions, feel threatened because I'm taking the lead when you yourself put me there.
Wow. I think men might do that a lot. I think they leave it up to the woman to take the lead on everything. Like, let's go to dinner. Then they ask the woman, where you want to go? I think that's how it starts.
And that's a frustrating.
Yeah, I think that's how it starts, by them doing that. And I also feel that in this day and age, women have made it themselves too easy. So I agree with that. I think there's no challenge. I think all across the board, you meet a woman, hey, I meet you on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
On a lot of women, but not all women, but a lot of women.
Dr. Lynette, you don't agree with that?
Mayor Powell, where did you get that from?
But listen, here's where I got it from, because as soon as I said it, Erica said, I agree. So Erica is on my side. Thank you, Erica.
This may be the only time.
So you think yeah. She was preaching a minute ago.
Right.
We made it too easy. We made it too easy for you guys.
Yes,
that's how
absolutely,
you feel?
absolutely. Don't you agree, that guy?
Absolutely.
See?
Please.
How
did we make it too easy for you, Congressman Powell? Please help me, because I need to understand.
Because I feel
that
in this day and age, it's really no challenge.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because I've honestly been in that situation.
There's no challenge.
Here's what I mean.
So you meet a woman and you feel that there's no challenge?
Yeah. I've been there.
That guy, that's him talking.
I've been there. Literally, I paid a girl no mind before. And then, because she just offered it up to me, I just took
meet her on a Monday and y'all somewhere alone on a Tuesday.
Well, I know people like that too. I don't know what to say about that, but that's not every woman. Every woman on here can say that's not every woman. That's not every woman.
So
where are you meeting them at? You know, where are you meeting them
at? Wegmans, like you said in the fruit section?
Church.
What'd you say, church? That's where they really at.
Praise the Lord.
Right? If you really want them quick ones, go to church.
in all things, whatever you seek, you'll find. So if those are the type of individuals and the type of situations that you're searching for,
Jonathon,
that's what you're going to find.
Right.
If you want a woman that has a certain standard, then that's what you seek. A lot of people go for low fruit. Men and women too go for low fruit because it takes less effort. Right. And in society now, we're all about getting what as much as we can, as quick as we can.
Absolutely.
And we have lost the art of relationship building. And we have to do better as individuals. And that's not something, the onus isn't on one individual sex. It's not just on the man and it's not just on the woman. It's on all of us, because we had fed into what we see on TV.
Yes.
30 minutes, people fall in love, get married, have 7 babies, get ready to move on to life. Should not be like that. And we as individuals have to make the choice to put in the effort. And until that's done, you're going to keep getting people who accept low-hanging fruit.
Erica, you said something that's very interesting that I always remember. I like how you just used the phrase, the art of relationships. And I took that to mean that there's a certain strategy that we all should learn and practice. So starting with you, Dr. Lynette, I want each one to tell me, what are some of the do's? So right now, if I'm a man, if I say, okay, I've been watching this girl from a distance, whether it's Facebook or whatever, what do I need to do? How do I approach her so I can bag her?
Well, what bag her?
I thought I'd throw that one in.
That's the whole problem right there. That's the whole problem right there. Vice Principal Powell, that's the whole problem. How you gonna bag me? First of all, I'm so agreeing with this young lady. You just have to really be yourself. Let me tell you, I'm walking through the mall the other day, and everybody knows I'm an older woman. I'm walking through the mall, and this guy is saying, "Hey, auntie." And I'm really looking for my nephew, right? But it's a little young guy trying to talk to me, talking about, "Hey, auntie, you a snack." I don't understand none of that. Just I don't care what age you are. If you are attracted to me, walk up to me and say, "Hey, how you doing? You look nice today." That's going to get you more brownie points to me than yelling, "Hey, auntie, you a snack." Any way, shape, or form. Ask me my name. Ask for my number. Ask how you get to know me. I think that is just right from the beginning. You got my interest right from the beginning, because you're not coming at me phony. You're not coming at me talking slang, or like you said, trying to bag me. You really want to get to know me. What are you talking about bag? You're almost 70. What are you talking about bagging? So just come at me 100%. Just come at me real. That's all. Just be real. And like she said, don't lie.
And you gave a very easy roadmap. Hey, how you doing? You look nice. I'd like to get to know you. Can I have your phone number? That sounds plain and simple. Erica, would you agree that that's all it takes, or is there any more?
To get my attention, not to stay. Now, I'm talking about you, the initial conversation. We're not talking about once we got the conversation.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. So Erica, would you say
that's
that?
Not what I said.
So Erica, would you say that those are the steps that you agree with?
Absolutely. Just myself personally, I am much more open to somebody coming to me and having a normal conversation. Hello, how are you? What's your name? My name is. All the other stuff is going to be guaranteed to get a side eye from me.
Right.
If you start out with normal conversation, throw a little joke in, make me laugh, that will put me at ease and cause me to be more apt to listen to what you have to say than if you come at me in another manner.
Oh, okay. And that makes sense. And what I'm hearing is the art of relationships, especially initially at the very beginning during the hookup, is very simple. It's very straightforward. And what I think is no one takes that route anymore.
Oh, yeah.
No one does it. Hey, how you doing? You look nice. So no one does that anymore. So it's weird hearing that the way to get that initial connection is to start at the base, at the basics, and then move forward. That's very interesting. You ever use any of those lines, that guy?
Mm-mm.
No? You just go straight for it, huh? You guys say, "Hey, how you doing, yo? I'm right now. I'm looking at some hotels on my phone."
Yeah, but hold on. I ain't never did that.
I had this guy come into the store where I work, and he was funny.
Mm-hmm.
He took my number. We talked all night. We just laughed. Like Miss Erica said, the art of laughing, just getting to know me. We ended up being in a relationship for years, maybe 9-10 years.
Wow.
Just off of getting to know each other and laughing, just showing that he was interested. You know what I mean? And not all that old crazy stuff. Like I said, flashing the money. One time I was in the store and I was in line and this guy came up to me and said, yo, what's up? And I said, hey, how you doing? He said, what you want out of here? I said, no, I don't need anything. I'm good. And he put out all this money. This is a true story. He put out all his money.
Mm-hmm.
I can buy you, B. I can buy you, B. What you mean, B? I don't like your fat A anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he went off on me because I wouldn't give him my telephone number and I wouldn't falling into the money.
Right.
And then I just simply said this. He said, I can buy you, B. I can buy you, B. I just turned around and said, why you mad? What you mad for?
Right.
Why you mad at me? I just don't want to give you my number. FUB. Then he started giving girls in the stores 20s, and they was taking them. And I just finished paying for my stuff and walked out. That's just stupid to me. Just be yourself. If you wanted to know somebody, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Nobody care about all your money.
I think from the standpoint of, in my generation, there's this expectation of if I show you the money and everything, I can take care of you materialistically, meaning you ain't got to worry about bills being paid, your cars and any of that. But one thing I always notice, especially men my age, it's always, okay, you say you can do that, but you can't capture this girl's heart. And a lot of the times is that, okay, they're attracting the same type of woman time after time in terms of, okay, she only with me because of my money. Well, yeah, that's what you showed her.
Absolutely.
Jonathan,
But
if you get it, you don't got to do that. That's not what you have to do. People got it. They don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
true.
fake ball stuff right there. When you got it, you don't have to do all that.
I agree.
And 9 times out of 10, that was a check he just got last night. He was mad he gave the girls some 20.
He just cashed it at the check cashing place. He ain't got no bank account.
Because I really don't know.
People who do that, who are flashy like that, it's been my experience. They may spend their money sporadically, but when it comes time to being consistent with paying bills and doing the things like
I agree with that.
Taking care of somebody, they get goals.
Mm-hmm.
They're not in it for the long haul because they're about the quick money, and they may give you one or two things, buy you a pocketbook or whatever, but when it comes time for your light bill to be paid, he's already got what he want and gone. Because it's the end of the month. He's gone.
So
that's not the type of individual that appeals to women who really are
a real woman.
A quality relationship. It's not.
So what you both explain as far as what it takes doing the hookup face to face, real simple basics. Hey, how you doing? If they make you laugh, that's a plus. How does that transition to when they, what's the phrase, when they slide in your DMs, let's say on Facebook? How does a man gain your attention at the very beginning through social media?
I'm going to be honest. I don't answer DMs.
Yeah, me neither. I don't answer DMs.
It's weird how I see people who say, we're into our first year of marriage, and it all started with him going to my message box on Facebook. And I used to wonder, like, how is that even possible?
It's scary,
and some people, it works for them. But for me, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a very trusting person. So you can slide into my DMs to tell me anything. I need face-to-face, or I would even be better if you put something on my page so everybody could see it. So I know that you real and you're not just talking. But that's just me. I'm not that type of individual. 9 times out of 10, if I don't know you and you send me a message, I'm gonna leave it on red. I'm not even gonna open it. I don't care. That I'm not interested in it.
So basically, what you're saying is, if a man, you know how you said, it's better for them to see you face to face, but sometimes, one thing about social media, it gives you access to women all over the world. And sometimes your only interaction or only time you get to come across that woman is accidentally coming across her post, or if it's in the people you may know. You know, you see that on Facebook.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is, I know, Erica, you saying that if somebody approaches you through Facebook, it's done. You're not even going to answer it, so you probably never see it. Dr. Lynette,
as a woman, you get that. It's hardly ever a day that goes by as a woman somebody is not hitting you up on your DMs. Hello, beautiful. Good morning, love. How? I don't know you.
But you know what, though? That goes back to what I said at the very beginning. Because of that, I believe it gives a lot of women a false sense of security. It makes women think that they are 10s when they could be 2s. Don't you agree?
I agree with that.
Oh, Lord help me.
No.
Yeah,
Am I right, though?
I agree with that.
Lord Jesus help me.
Do the men that are 2s and think that they are 17s, what are they?
See, but
you have plenty of men.
But listen, but there's a difference, though.
Ones and who think they are 100s.
But listen,
for what reason?
But there's a difference, though. A man
There's
could
no
be on.
difference. If you are going to be an average individual, if you are then you are average individual, male or female. Men come in average too. Men come in below average.
Yes, they do.
Here, listen, Erica. Erica, here's the difference. There is a difference.
Men are raggedy too.
But
It's
listen,
not just women. Men are raggedy too.
Here's the difference. An average man, let's take social media, Instagram or Facebook, their inbox is probably dry. Average or below average woman probably get 60 inbox messages a day, like you said earlier. Hey, beautiful. So it's not even the same.
Yeah.
It's not even the same. So a woman is below average. Once again, a 2, I promise you there are millions of 2s thinking they're 10s because of social media.
And they use that as receipts. It's like, look how many guys I got hit me up.
I don't have to put up with you.
You are replaceable.
Yeah. You're a smart man, Jonathan. That guy is a smart man.
It's just remarkable to me that you and Jonathan sitting over there like that. You got all these men walking around here with these fake beards on, and I'm just not saying. Listen, you guys can get weaves just like we can. Y'all just as fake as anybody else I ever known in my life. Y'all just as fake. And then you want to say that some women are too. I'm just shocked.
No. See, you misunderstanding.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Most of the confidence that men display is fake.
You know,
that's the first thing. Most of the confidence that men display are fake. They know that they're not who they say they are. They know that they don't measure up.
See,
and the confidence that they are displaying and trying to throw off and downgrade women as those slick comments that you are making.
No, that's see, no. What it is, Eric.
The fact.
No. You listen.
Somebody got y'all thinking that y'all 12s for y'all to see.
Listen, I don't even know what to say after that. I think both of you are misunderstanding what I said. I didn't say that all women were 2s. What I'm saying is the 2s have been upgraded through social media as 10s. Therefore, they seek 10s.
Absolutely.
Like that interview with that guy. He told the girl, he said,
why shouldn't they? Why if
right
you want better for yourself, why shouldn't you go after it? If you feel like you deserve a Mercedes Benz and you can afford a Mercedes Benz, and that's what you desire, why are you buying a Pinto?
You're absolutely right.
And
so if they want to go after it, that's fine. And if they capture it, that's good. And if they don't capture it, then hey, that's all good too. But you should, nobody should be pigeonholed and only go after what somebody else feels like they deserve.
Absolutely.
If I feel like I deserve the whole pie, I'm going after the whole pie.
How many times have you seen some ugly women with some fine men? And how many times have you seen some fine women with some ugly men?
Right.
They went after what they wanted and got it.
So, Dr. Lynette, earlier, Erica said that if someone tries to get to know her through her Facebook DMs, she'll never know because she won't even answer them. But there has to be a way to take that route.
I answer them all. I answer them all. What up, Daddy? What up? What up?
What'd you say? You spend 2 hours a night just answering DMs.
What's up? I like just like you. What's up? I'm in Florida. What's up?
So
so there
so there has to be that.
Depends on what the
Oh,
it depends on what the DM says.
And that's what I want to get to. That's what I want to get to. You know, we agreed on the hookup face to face, just be plain and straightforward. So tell us, what does it take in the DMs to get that girl's attention and start that line of communication?
It's the same thing. Hey, how are you? My name is so and so. Can we get to know each other? I'm more amped to amp that, and I'm gonna research and see who you are and where you are and what everything. I'm more amped to look into that one than what's up, Ma? Can I come through? Dig you down or whatever you say, Will, whatever your old butt says. But I
forgot what I said earlier.
I've met some good friends. I've met some good friends in my DM. Listen, it's not always sexual.
So you really do answer all of them. You weren't joking.
Because I'm lonely and I don't have a man, so where else do I got? No, I mean, it just depends. Some of them is business related, some of it is friends related, some women trying to get in contact with you because they know some things about some things that they need. So I look at them and see what they are. Do I answer every single one of them? No. You can tell by the first line, what's up, Ma? No. But hey, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. I need to. Then I'm more have to open that one.
Religious like a church session. Julie birthed a rap god. I am her blessing. Ha! Won't he do it? It's that holy music.
That guy. Guess what time it is?
Time for the Artist Spotlight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Listeners, Artist Spotlight is where we showcase artists from various genres of artistry from across the country. And the purpose of doing that is to give them the exposure in markets they wouldn't normally have. Mm-hmm. And this is our first episode of the Artist Spotlight, and I'm super excited to be doing this with gospel recording artist Charity Hoggard. How are you doing today, Charity?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Charity, first question I want to ask you, first of all, your single is amazing.
Absolutely.
I said it was good, but then Jonathon, who comes from a very strong religious background in music, and he's the Kurt Franklin of his times. He called me and he was like, yo, she sings better than most people I heard in New York.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He honestly said that. So when he said it, I was like, yeah, she's the truth. So your new single is titled True Friend, correct?
Yes.
Now, with you being a singer and songwriter, and out of all the songs you could have produced or written, what was it about True Friend? What is it that made you make that your debut single?
So I actually was going to choose a different song. Mm-hmm. Writing that song, I was sitting downstairs writing that song, and my children came downstairs and they heard me singing, and it was like, "Oh, Mom, yeah, girl." It was like, yeah, got a nice little hit to it. I like it. I was like, okay. So then when I get to the studio to try to record the other song, and it was like, let me hear what else you got. And I went through my songs, and it was like that one.
Wow.
And that was my children said they really liked. So I'm like, okay, so I need to do this one. It's more like a song, like, introductory song, like I'm out here, I'm here, I am. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, okay, let me go ahead and do this song since everybody liked it.
Absolutely.
Wow, great.
So Charity, tell me, what is the message that you want to get behind this song? Because I believe True Friend is so powerful. It's very little words, but I feel like it has a bigger, deepful impact.
Right. Exactly. What it says, it says true friend. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we look at other people and depend on other people more so than God, but God is not only our Father, He's our true friend. Whatever we need, that's who God is.
Right. Wow. Amen. Yeah. So with you being such an amazing singer and songwriter, can you give us an idea of what's your creative process typically like? Like when it comes to writing songs, like do you turn the fan on? Do you got to have jazz playing in the background, one sock on your right foot and a boot on your left foot? What is it? What's your creative process?
I really don't have a creative process.
Okay.
Because the music and songs come to me when I'm asleep. Mm-hmm. When I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, like I got to wake up. I got to put that in my memo. I got to sing it. I got to hum it. Sometimes the tune comes later. Mm-hmm. It'll come. You know what I mean? So it just depends, but I always have to record it. So I won't.
So you're saying all of your songs or your creativity, it always comes to you in your sleep, never when you're awake?
No, it doesn't. It comes to me different times.
Okay.
It's like sometimes God might give me some type of message or words or something.
Understood.
Cooking. Sometimes it comes driving down the road, and sometimes I might say just, okay, it's time for me to write some music, and I might sit down and then it, I think of it. So it just depends.
And I think that's so powerful right there.
Absolutely.
When listening to it, I think when I first heard your song, I'm not even gonna lie, I had to listen to it about 3 times. And when I first heard it, I'm like, okay, I'm getting Ty Tribbett vibes right here. You know what I'm saying? But I credit that to your ability to reach the next generation. And so I kind of want to ask you, who would you most like to collaborate with if you had that opportunity to?
Can I pick 2?
Yeah,
of course.
Okay. So I think this guy, he's kind of new. His name is Chandler Moore. He's a worship.
Powerful.
You know,
powerful.
I never heard of him.
I love Chandler.
Well, of course, you the Kirk Franklin gospel, so you would know.
Knows what's going on, huh?
Right.
Definitely love to sing with Chandler Moore. And another one that I think is so powerful, y'all. Fantasia.
Okay. Is she strictly gospel now?
No. She's R&B, but she could turn that concert into
absolutely.
A conference, or you know what I mean? Because at the end of her concerts, she kind of go into worship, and
So what was the gentleman's name again?
Chandler Moore.
Chandler Moore. Is that who inspires you the most?
No,
because I know reading your bio before, you had a lot of inspirations coming up in your gospel music journey. So although you would like to collaborate with him, he's not your inspiration?
No, because like I said, I just started listening to him maybe not even a year ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A year. But between those 2, I would say Fantasia.
Okay.
Because of her journey, because of her story. Single parent growing up, never gave up, kept on pushing. So that from a small town,
right?
So that inspires me a lot.
Right.
Powerful. So with you being an artist and so many, trying to come up in this day and age in social media, how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business? And I mean, it could be in a good or a bad way, feel free to answer.
I think it has impacted in a good way because like independent artists like myself, taste their music through the internet, and they have emerged. So now since the internet is, you have so many platforms out here. You can get out on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. You know what I mean? And then you have social media, and that way. So I really believe, it's helping a lot.
Charity, when it comes to your music career, your music journey, what is the best advice you've ever been given?
Y'all, listen, your sound cannot be like the next person.
Right.
Create your own sound.
Do you think that's easy for you to do, or is that going to be easier for you to do?
I think so, because I don't want to be like nobody else.
So Jonathan, since you listened to the song 40 times, do you think she has a different sound?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good.
And I'm saying that from a standpoint of, I'm not easily impressed these days.
Right.
So when I first heard it, I'm like, okay. And then like the first 5 to 10 seconds, just boom, it was out of nowhere. It was almost like, okay, her creative process, her, kind of, speaking with God, through her sleep and all of that. It worked because I'm like, if it's able to capture me like that, I know it can capture tons of people like that.
Yeah. And that's why when you and I had the discussion, you was like, yo, she's like literally one of the best. I took that different because I know that's been your journey since a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like just surrounded by that type of music and stuff. So when you and I talked about the hunger, I was like, yeah, she got to be bad then if he said that.
Yeah.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Thank you, because it was truly powerful. And like I said, so little words, but such a huge impact. And I think that's what people got to realize in this day and age. It's not how much you put into it, but that statement, that one statement, true friend, says a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what is the one message you would want to give your fans? If you want to say one thing to your fans and or to people who are listening to this now and looking to become one of your future fans.
Stick with me. I'm going somewhere. Always put God first.
Mm-hmm.
So stay at it. Put God first. And if you put God first, everything else will work out. Everything.
Wow.
But I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
So I guess the last question for me is, what's next? Can we expect another EP soon?
Or album or tour?
That's coming too. So I am working on some more music. I'm actually going to have another single coming out within the next couple of months.
Okay.
And my EP is going to be out too this year. Hopefully by August, everything will be out. The EP plus the single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Charity, before we let you go about continuing your musical journey, how can our listeners listen to your music, purchase your music, follow you, get your autograph?
Well, you can get it on all digital platforms. Get your music. You can definitely get it there. And also on Instagram is charity_Hoggard_music. And on Facebook is Charity Hoggard Music. So you can follow me on those two platforms.
Wow. And just for our listeners, when our resource guide hits the streets next month, all her contact information, and she will have an entire page in our one resource guide. So definitely for our listeners, when that comes out, if you forget this message or her contact information, you'll be able to find it in the resource guide. And the resource guide will be hard copy and digital. So we're going to make sure. And Charity, definitely when your new EP comes out or you're doing a tour or anything, reach out to us and we'll be glad to have you back on the show.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Have a great one now.
Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Religious like a church session. Julie Bertha, rap God, I am her blessing. Ha! Won't he do it? It's that holy music. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the next phase. The next phase is the dating websites. Do you think that when it comes to the hookup and dating websites, a man doesn't have to really do that much because that's the purpose of the website, right? A dude ain't got to try to be nice or get to know you or say, hey, how you doing? Because you're on a dating website. So all he got to do is say, hey, what's up? And that should be it. Erica, I see your head tilted to the left. I'm asking because the purpose of this is for answers for us men.
I'm trying to think about your question. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I've never used a dating website. That's not. But I would think that the purpose of the website is to match with people. So you have to bring your best self and your wittiest self forward, because just like this man is meeting 2, 3, 10 women,
right?
The women are also meeting 2, 3, 10 men. So I would think that in those instances, your conversation
have to be better.
We need to be
Okay, that makes sense. I look at it because that way you have direct competition. So you gotta. Do you agree with that, Dr. Lynette?
Listen, every website I know every single one of them. Listen, I ain't even gonna go there. But I done made up some websites. Sometimes you on the website because you want to meet people in different cities, and I got friends who are on websites and they do what they do, but that don't mean that's what you're doing. You honestly still just trying to make a friend or meet somebody. Everything is not BS all the time.
Right.
You know, you're going to run into BS, meet somebody face to face. That's the chance you have to take. Then you also, at this age, have to use discernment. I mean, you should be mature enough to be able to use discernment.
Correct.
Okay. So this show is better than the last one.
Oh, 100%.
Because they don't seem to be so anti-man.
Thank God. I could breathe.
We were never anti-men. We were anti some of the things that you were saying, but we were never anti-man.
See,
I think we said nothing wrong.
Right. I was just about to say that nothing was said wrong because it's not what we're saying. We're just looking for clarity and direction.
And some of the things that you were saying, you were definitely wrong. And to call you on your wrongness is not bashing a man. It is informing you so that the next time you have a conversation, you won't make that same mistake. That's not bashing me. That's informing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we've learned when it comes to the hookup, face-to-face, that's simple. You just be courteous, be nice, be respectful, keep it simple, and be yourself. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And I want to say, like, even in the relationship that I'm in now, I knew him casually just because through friends. But when we first started talking and he was somebody that was interested in me and I was interested in him, we actually were at a party and he texted me, and because I was sitting off by myself, and he just texted me. He was like, why are you sitting by yourself? And it wasn't anything, that was major, that was mind blowing. It didn't take a lot of effort, but it was a genuine question. And I texted him back and just was like, I'm here. I'm starting to get tired. And we started conversing that way. That's all it takes.
So the simplest things work.
Yeah, just just
easy.
A question. And that's all it took.
Wait.
Like Sunday morning.
Did you hear what he said?
No, he snuck something in, I'm sure.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
He said, "Wow, you're easy."
No, I didn't say you're
no.
easy. See, I didn't put that on you, Erica. Dr. Lynette is not telling the truth.
You're easy.
No,
definitely not.
Listen,
definitely
that's
not
what I said. Do you hear what I said? What did I say? Do you hear what I said?
What
that
you
guy.
said, Will?
I said no. Y'all easy, meaning women in general.
Easy to talk to. Yeah.
No,
That's all he
easy to
said.
talk
That's
to.
all he
They
said.
easy
That's
to
all
talk
he
to.
said. You act like you said y'all was easy like
we
Sunday morning.
didn't
Right.
go- No.
No, I meant easy to talk
If you were
to.
home, he would tell you he did not have an easy path to get to me. Because even then, it was weeks before he got my real telephone number. We would text back and forth, but he wasn't texting my real telephone number.
Oh,
so don't
okay.
say I'm not easy.
No,
and
that's
easy
not
to-
what Dr. Lynette
but the
is starting trouble
conversation-
as she
He
do on
said
every
easy
show.
to talk to, easy
Right.
to converse with.
That's not what you said. You said
Oh,
you're
I'm glad that guy cleared it up.
But the conversation was able to happen because he was authentic in his approach, and because he didn't come at me in a way that was disrespectful.
Right.
Even when he talked to me, he wasn't disrespectful, and that allowed me to give him the opportunity to continue to talk to me, because I'm good at if I don't want to be bothered, I'm good at shutting somebody down.
Right.
And the only way to talk to me is to talk to me respectfully and with a sincerity, because like Ms. Williams said, I believe in discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, everything to smile at you is not worth your time.
Right.
You have to use discernment. That's men and women. Men have to be more discerning in the women that they choose.
Right.
Because like she said
Because
earlier,
women are worse. Right.
No, because people are people.
Right.
Because people are people, and you have all types of people in both genders. And you can't generalize anybody just based on their sex. People are going to be people, and you have to understand that you get what you search for. You get what you settle for.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't blame the next person for giving you what you went out and sought, because that's what you paid for.
Absolutely.
You paid for it with your time, with the effort that you put in, with your attention. So if you feel like you didn't get what you wanted, that's what you chose.
Wow. Excellent. Deep. Well, ladies, as always, like I said, this was a better show.
Absolutely.
Because it wasn't so anti-black male. Don't you agree, that guy?
Oh, I learned how to beg like Keith Sweat now.
You learn how to bag him now, right? We really know how to bag him now.
Badly about him before.
Thanks for that game, ladies. We know the simple approach works every time. Well, that's our show for this evening. What I want to do, I'm starting with you, Dr. Lynette. I want each of you to leave us with your final thoughts.
Well, I really enjoyed this show. And first of all, if you ever come up to my house, just don't try to steal my purse. That'll be the first thing you think of everything. Just leave my purse and my car keys alone, and we'll be fine.
Sounds good. Erica, any last words?
Just respect each other. respect the individual, be honest and confident. And it takes confidence to be honest. And people have to understand that. Being braggadocious doesn't require any effort, any kind of self-respect, nothing. You have to have the confidence to be yourself, and then you'll get quality people.
Excellent. Well, that guy.
Take notes, Jonathan.
What she said?
Take notes.
Oh, he ready. He got
I wrote
it now.
the book.
Yeah. That guy. Any parting words?
Be real, be authentic, and you get trust.
Wow, I like that. My parting words.
He trained him. He learned.
He really did. He really did. He really did. And it's just obvious in what you ladies have shared and shown that I think in this day and age, most guys have moved away from is being straightforward, honest, and simple. That's the key thing I got is when you're approaching a woman, be simple and be honest, and that's it. Well, ladies, thank you for this evening. I can't wait to have y'all on the next episode. And as always, one mission, one family, one love, and we out.
Shit is all set. I found my pace. Now these brush me. Got $1 million smile. Started with some buck teeth. Show you how to get it now. Bet you niggas trust me. Young black with a gift. Must be. Oh, we got new names. You gotta add with a gift. Add with a gift. Add with a gift. Oh, we got new names. You gotta add with a gift. Add with a gift. Add with a gift. Like Clancy with a gift. T-Dan with a gift. T-Y with a gift. B-Will with a gift. Shia with a gift. Kyle with a gift. Claude with a gift. We all with a gift. Like